Hello. Okay, so this video is going to be about, reacting to hate comments. Basically, all transphobic hate comments. Okay, so starting with this one, about a non-binary person who uses they, them pronouns, but still prefers male titles, or traditionally male titles such as brother, nephew, etc. So the hate comment was, so he prefers male titles but rejects being male, as if that stupid beep makes sense. Bro. Okay, first of all, why does it matter? Second of all, it doesn't make sense to just comment that in the first place, because, again, it doesn't matter. Anyone can use whatever titles they want to, because it's what they feel comfortable with, but pronouns don't have anything to do with that. Just traditionally they do. But of course, things change. It's called life. Gotta find a way to deal with it. And the other one was, what group of people form neither testes nor ovaries? I've not done very much research, but I am pretty sure that intersex people exist. I'm not sure the exact stuff about that, but it's just also your genitals don't equal your freaking gender, so that's one thing. So in an ovulating woman, her proestrogen is on par with a man. What stuff you've been smoking? Okay. No. Again. Hormones don't equal gender, if you have estrogen in your body, you can still be a freaking, boy or non-binary person, and vice versa. It's just why do you define the puberty we go through or hormones to be your gender? It is not that big of a deal in the first place. Why does this person care so much about ovulating people who they call women? Which obviously they're talking about trans people who are assigned female at birth, so those would not be women. And obviously the proestrogen is not on par with a man. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that our brains are on par with a man. Anyways, next comment. It's a very, very interesting one. It's kind of long. I'm gonna read it. No, only two genders. Gender and sex have been the same for thousands of years, and you can't change that. It's another word for it because sex means something inappropriate. No amount of makeup or operations can change DNA and biology. Your gender is determined far before the fetus development. Pause here. Your gender is not determined far before the fetus development. In fact, you can't even see the gender of a child for a couple months. Even more. Several months. And we all are basically female in the womb, just some of people come out with male bodies. And it doesn't make any sense to say that because, first of all, that's your sex. Obviously, this person doesn't understand the difference between gender and sex, but it's just, no, that's not true. Your gender or sex is not determined far before the fetus development. Anyways. Surgery and hormones don't rearrange chromosomes or change DNA. to the other gender. It just makes you look like the other gender. Thank you. I mean, I really had no clue that, like, my chromosomes couldn't change. Oh my god. This is gonna make me feel so bad. Everyone's gonna see my chromosomes and I'm just gonna walk around. Bro, that's scary. Can't have people see my chromosomes. Man. Scary shoot right here. All trans people are perfectly aware that their chromosomes don't change. It's quite obvious. Surgery and hormones just make us feel better in our own bodies. We're literally not trying to change our chromosomes. Like, most trans people don't care. They're inside your freaking body, not on the outside. And your DNA too, like, I just don't see the point in that. Anyway, it just makes you look like the other gender. First of all, the other gender, there are 1 and 2 genders, sounds like gender's a freaking spectrum. But anyway. Thank you. Didn't know the point was to look like a male. Actually don't care. Okay, to continue the comment. And also, surgery and hormones have also been shown to be harmful and cause lots of KMS, or I'm not gonna say that word because it's triggering. Just get therapy instead of giving yourself a bigger risk of ending yourself. I'm gonna show some statistics, people. Here's for the gender versus sex. The truth is, your biological sex isn't carved in stone, but a living system with potential for change. Binary sex model not only insufficiently predicts the presence of hormones, but is useless in describing factors that influence them. For one thing, all humans possess levels of estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, with sex differences not as prominent as is popularly thought. During infancy and prepubescence, these hormones sit in a bipotential range with no marked sex differences. During infancy and prepubescence, these hormones sit in a bipotential range with no marked sex differences. Boy, what you been smoking? Literal facts here. For some properties like brain volume and connectivity, trans people possess values in between those of typical cisgender males and females, both before and after transitioning. Another study found that for certain brain regions, trans individuals appear to be similar to cis individuals with the same gender identity. The trans experience provides essential insights into the science of sex and scientifically demonstrates that uncommon and atypical phenomena are vital for a successful living system. I'll link this article in the description. Alright, here's some facts on the ending yourself part. Transgender youth reported significantly increased rates of depression, KMS, and victimization compared to their cisgender peers when they could not transition. Notably, in the past year, 1 in 3 transgender youth reported attempting KMS. Almost 1/3 reported being a victim of violence, and more than half reported a 2-week period because they are considered too young to transition. Those words that I didn't say were trigger warning, assault and violence, as well as mental illness. They were suicide, sexual violence, and depression. I'm sorry. Contrary to popular belief, scientific research helps us better understand the unique and real transgender experience, specifically through these subjects. 1. Genetics. 2. Neurobiology. And 3. Endocrinology. I would like that person to read that, honestly. But anyway, there's your facts to downput that argument. Now here's some very kind words spoken by this person. I don't care if you want to be called a frog, or she, or identify as a tree. It doesn't mean that you are that, nor can you force me to call you that. Dude, no one's forcing you to call them anything. And like, or identify as a tree. Oh my lord. And then at the end they sum it up with a beautiful conclusion. Sorry, that's how the world works. Gender isn't some malleable thing like a car or fantasy world video game. Okay, gender's a spectrum, so if you don't believe that, just get out of here. And that's how the world works. Sorry. You ain't in a fantasy world video game where, like, your cis butt can, like, just... freaking... The amount of, like, factual inaccuracy in this... It's just, like... It's astronomical. Okay. So, that's the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed. I'm sorry, that was a lot. But I'm pretty sure it's necessary. Okay, this video is done. I'm gonna upload more parts of these soon. I hope you enjoyed, even though it was hate comments.